Yesterday was my 16th birthday, and as each year passes, it seems ever more likely that I shall succeed my uncle, William IV, as sovereign. It really is quite remarkable that with so many uncles and aunts, no one has produced a male heir to the throne.
The Morning Herald makes much of who shall succeed after William IV. The Duke of Kent, while only a fourth son, was in line of succession behind a childless regent, a childless and ailing Duke of York, and a Duke of Clarence well past 50, with a new wife of untested fecundity. Victoria does not, of course, mention the countless sons and daughters born out of wedlock, and therefore disqualified. So all eyes turn to Princess Alexandrine Victoria, who, although lacking in stature, being a scant 5 feet, is at the very least legitimate.
I don't remember Papa. He was Edward, Duke of Kent, who died when I was 8 months old. It left poor Mama a widow for the second time, with 3 children to provide for. Myself, my stepbrother Charles, and dearest Theodora, who I regard as a true sister and friend.
Why such a long face?
I feel rather tired, Mama.
But Victoria, last night's celebrations for your birthday were a triumph. Crowds from here at Kensington Palace all the way to the theatre. And my own darling daughter greeted with rapturous applause. And so much love.
The concert was wonderful. Thank you, Mama. It was all very lavish, overwhelming. But I really must lie down.
Well, you must finish writing your journal later in the day, whilst the events are still fresh in your mind.
Yes, Mama. She likes to be with me when I write my daily account and all my letters, so I must have no secrets. I write to please her, and I am never left alone, day or night. I'm sure that dear Mama thinks it is for the best. She believes that I will come to some harm, and she is encouraged in this belief by Sir John Conroy, the controller of her household. I dislike him intensely, and his daughters. Mama won't see that he has too much power over her, and it alarms me. I feel so constrained.
Oh, Sir John, last night was such a triumph.
Your Grace?
We should feel so proud of our beloved Victoria.
It is entirely due to you, dear lady, that the princess has captivated the hearts of the people.
Such cheering all along the route and a clamouring of people in the theatre.
She is already the popular choice. All the more reason, wouldn't you say, to be vigilant?
Who could harm her now?
Well, there are unscrupulous elements in the court. They'd stop at nothing. There are even rumours of poisoning.
My decision to keep her away from the king and his circle is a wise one, then. Oh, such corruption. And all those illegitimate children. So far, Victoria remains unsullied by their loose behaviour, and I intend that it should remain so.
With her mother, and may I say your devoted servant, as her guides, she will continue to be protected. To that end, may I humbly suggest that we gradually dispense with Baroness Leighton as her governess, and bring in someone who would be more in tune with our desires.
Dash! Dash! Good boy, come here.
Your Royal Highness!
Oh, Letson, I'm sorry to trouble you, but I need comforting. I'm not well.
But you were in such high spirits when you woke. Come lie here.
My head throbs. The palace is like a prison, everyone watching. I want to stay in here all day, all night, forevermore.
Oh, you poor child.
I feel so troubled and anxious. Hold me, Litz.
Now, let me stroke your brow. Imagine you are in some faraway place.
Your house in Germany, with its wild gardens and the ducks wandering free, and your dear father. You were happy there.
But a clergyman's daughter must find suitable employment.
I'm so fortunate to have you as my governess. You will be with me, always.
Yes, madam.
I still have the golden key to my magic garden, Mr. Moses Montefiore's garden in Ramsgate, my garden, for whenever I choose. A garden like yours, Litzen, a secret garden full of bowers and hidden places. But no one lets me be there alone. Always someone watching, hovering. I'll never have any peace. I'll never have any friends. Except you and Dash. And my dolls. Over 100 of them. Let me look at a couple, Lids, and unpack them, won't you, please? My sailor doll, he was so brave. A gallant hero. And here, the ragged girl, the orphan. Oh, listen, do you remember?
My beloved daughter is clearly recovered. Your poor mamma was worried, and here you are playing with your dolls.
No. Oh, no. Merely remembering how they were my friends, and how Dash is now my friend, since I have no others of my own age.
You have Victoire and Jane Conroy. They are delightful girls, a credit to Sir John.
They're not friends of my choosing. I dislike them intensely. I'd rather unpack all of my dolls and play with them.
There's no time for all this nonsense. The confirmation will soon be upon us.
Yes, madam.
I think my daughter should concentrate on her catechism.
Mama has appointed Lady Flora Hastings as her lady-in-waiting. I am uncertain about my feelings for this newcomer. She is very critical of dear Leighton, who I regard as the best possible governess and friend. But fortunately we have an ally in the Duchess of Northumberland, whom the King has appointed as my official governess. She is well satisfied with my progress, and I know she gives favourable reports to the King. Mama is much concerned by plans for my forthcoming confirmation, but her very particular way of doing things will doubtless cause concern at court.
It's monstrous. I am commanded by the King to communicate all my plans regarding the confirmation through the Duchess of Northumberland.
His Majesty has no right to interfere in a mother's wishes for her daughter.
Even at her baptism he wanted to change her name. He won't back down on this.
Well then, he should communicate directly with you, Your Grace. Or maybe you should ignore the command and make contact with the King through the Archbishop of Canterbury.
And risk incurring his wrath?
I think we need to show the court that we are not prepared to accept its ridiculous demands. The princess's welfare is paramount, and all we wish to do is protect her innocence and ensure that she is a fitting heir to the throne.
What would I do without your wisdom, dear Sir John?
I am always your servant. You must state precisely what you require for Victoria's confirmation. We will set it in print and deliver the document to the King through the Archbishop.
I rely on your judgment.
But we won't let it rest there. I have other plans afoot, which will ensure that we have complete control of Victoria's future.
Since I was 9 years old, I have corresponded with my dear Uncle Leopold, King of the Belgians. He is Mama's brother, and the very best friend to me. He encourages me to take an interest in the world, particularly European affairs, and he quizzes me on my reading and on the political climate. I'm also learning through him how to think for myself, to strive to be true, to understand what is right. And of course, he has direct experience of court etiquette and all protocol. Although Mama prefers to keep me away from our court, I most certainly would know how to behave. Best of all, Uncle Leopold acquires the autographs of all the famous people he comes in contact with and sends them to me. Look! Oh, look, Leighton! Uncle Leopold has kept his promise. More signatures. Racine, maybe, or...
Oh, I'll fetch your autograph book. Quite soon we'll have to find you a new one.
This must surely be the most prized in my collection. Louis XIV, le grand roi. Uncle Leopold is the dearest man. Almost my father, don't you think, Leighton?
He is indeed, madam.
And he is so wise. I will always listen to his advice, and I shall confide in him, just as much as I confide in you.
Here is a beautiful, clean page for the King of France.
Oh, yes. And we won't show Lady Flora. She shall not share our secrets.
As you choose, madam.
She is not to be trusted. I've seen her with the loathsome Sir John. She tells him all our doings, and Mama won't listen to me. She thinks Lady Flora the perfect companion.
She was your mother's choice.
But you must protect me from her, Leighton, and from him.
The Duchess of Northumberland listens to us, I think.
And so would Uncle Leopold. How I wish he lived nearby. We need all our friends.
That is certainly true, madame. I appear to displease Lady Flora as much as I displease Sir John Conroy.
They are both abominable creatures. We will have to be careful.
I think you will be pleased to know, Your Grace, that I have perhaps found the solution to our problems.
I pray that you have. There has been too much interference from too many quarters.
I have drafted a letter to the King. It will, of course, require your approval and signature. I have suggested that since we are approaching the confirmation of the Princess, that we should review her position.
I'm intrigued. What do you propose?
That her system of education should be phased out. At 16, she no longer needs governesses.
So we remove the Duchess of Northumberland and Baroness Latson in one fell swoop.
Precisely.
Which would leave you, me, and Lady Flora Hastings in complete control.
The Baroness particularly is an insidious influence. Do you not think?
Quite definitely. I sometimes think she turns my daughter against me, although Victoria would not countenance such a thing, of course. She loves her mamma.
And she needs your inimitable example to follow.
I wish that the King was of the same opinion.
Today I was confirmed. I woke at 7 and got up at 8. I gave Mama a little pin and drawing done by me in recollection of today. I gave Latson a ring, also in recollection of today, my confirmation. I was dressed in a white lace dress and a crepe bonnet with a wreath of white roses round it. I went to St. James's Palace with the firm determination to become a true Christian, to try to comfort my dear Mama in all her griefs, trials and anxieties, and to become a dutiful daughter to her. Also to be obedient to dear Latson, who has done so much for me. But I discover from Mama, now that I am confirmed, that there must be significant changes. For example, that I should distance myself from Latson. This must not happen, but that is not all. Sir John wants me to sign a document whereby he will become my private secretary when I become queen. So far I have resisted, but I feel so isolated, as if no one is prepared to take my part. This has all contributed to my failing health, and I have been quite ill. God willing, I will have enough strength to keep saying no.
You're listening to the Mystical Magpie channel. Please subscribe.
Rumours abound. The Duchess and Sir John Conroy are said to hold the reins, and worries about the princess's failing health have reached us. She was confined to her bed for several weeks, suffering from a variety of ailments, including the possibility of typhoid fever that very nearly killed her. They say she's diseased in the feet and can hardly walk. And it's come to my ears that the Duke of Cumberland has claimed that one delicate life only stands between him and the crown, and he should yet be King of England. Nevertheless, the princess is much improved and is enjoying the social whirl.
We must go to the Olympic again, Mama. Madame Vestry's theatre's the sweetest, just perfect. I do love Balletta.
Sit up, Victoria, or people will think you really are a cripple who has to be carried everywhere.
I would like to know who has spread these dreadful rumours. I'm perfectly well, aren't I, Latson?
Her Royal Highness follows the doctor's recommendations. The walks on Hampstead Heath are most beneficial.
Didn't you like Mr. Charles Matthews? Most charming actor and never vulgar. I should like to go again.
If you will allow yourself to be guided by me and dear Sir John, you may enjoy many more pleasurable evenings.
Not if his daughters dine with us as often as they do. Oh, it's been so good this evening. Just the three of us. Indeed, my life is sweeter. I much enjoy our visits to the theatre and ballet. But although surrounded by people day and night, I'm still alone, in my head, in my heart. And there is a fear of the unknown, of what the future might bring. When I was so ill, at my most vulnerable, Sir John Conroy approached me and tried his utmost to make me sign a paper, appointing him as my private secretary. I resisted. Mama was displeased, but I am certain that I have acted wisely. Uncle Leopold and his good friend Baron Stockmar are aware of the situation and will advise me, I'm sure. In the next few months, Mama has arranged visits from my cousins. Ferdinand and Augustus of Saxe-Coburg arrive in March, Princes Albert and Ernest a little later. The king is not best pleased. He thinks that he should determine who I should become acquainted with, rather than Uncle Leopold and Mama. Such control is intolerable. Only one more day, Lehzen, and they leave us.
You will miss them, madam.
Ferdinand and Augustus are the dearest of cousins.
They will return one day.
Oh, no. Ferdinand is on his way to Portugal to marry Queen Maria de Gloria. Poor boy, he's never met her. Imagine that. I wouldn't countenance such a thing.
That is because your Royal Highness has the freedom to choose.
I wonder if that is true. In the end, will they allow me to make up my own mind?
Of course.
Lehzen, I don't want them to go. We've had such good conversations. Long nights of dancing and laughing. I can't bear to let them disappear.
There will be other visitors this year. You will meet so many new friends, madam.
The king is still disquieted by visits from Mama and Uncle Leopold's relations. So in order to spite them, he has invited me to a ball at Windsor Castle to meet two cousins from his side of the family, Princes William and Alexander of Orange.
Sit down, child. You look flushed and out of breath.
Oh, Mama, I have been swung around the room in all directions. It is such a grand ball, don't you think? Lehzen, dear, let me sip some cordial. My throat is quite dry.
Yes, of course, madame.
Prince Alexander has begged to dance since I've already danced with his brother.
Do you like them?
Of course, Mama. They're quite charming.
His Majesty wishes to speak with Her Royal Highness, the Princess Victoria.
Oh, Mama. Shall you come with me?
His Majesty wishes to talk to you, not your Mama. You must go immediately. Be prudent in your responses.
Yes, Mama.
I trust you have followed my instructions, Baroness. The princess must show due respect, but not too much approval.
Her Royal Highness is well versed, and her posture is much improved.
Stand close by. When the king has finished his audience, bring her back to me. She must not be distracted.
Yes, Your Grace.
Quite splendid, young men. A credit to the Prince of Orange.
Indeed, Your Majesty. It has been a pleasure to meet them at last.
And I am sure the pleasure is reciprocated. You are growing into a fine girl, Victoria. Despite your name, I was never fond of Victoria, but it suits you better than I would have thought. You will steal a young man's heart and be victorious.
Your Majesty is teasing me.
A girl should be teased. So, which of the two takes your fancy? Alexander or William?
I cannot judge, sir, on such short acquaintance.
Well answered, child. We must ensure that we have the opportunity to get to know you better. Your mother and that Conroy fellow have hidden you away for too long.
Dear Uncle Leopold, the Netherlander boys are both very plain and have a mixture of Kalmuck and Dutch in their faces. Moreover, they look heavy, dull, and frightened, and are not at all prepossessing. So much for the oranges, dear uncle. My priorities lie closer to home. I want to know how people less fortunate than ourselves survive.
Don't open it more. We don't want you to get wet, child.
But just imagine, Mama, having to live in such conditions no matter how inclement the weather.
Gypsies choose their way of life. Quite right.
So why aren't they allowed to live in peace without interference?
Because they are different.
No, Mama, they are not. I wish more than anything that we could do something for their spiritual and mental welfare.
Give them houses, I suppose.
Make it possible for them to go to school. Stop them being blamed for every little thing that goes wrong. Any crime.
Perhaps, madam, there should be more institutions built, like the Victoria Asylum for Girls.
Yes, but we have to understand that gypsies have a certain way of life. And we should respect that.
No doubt you will discuss this with Uncle Leopold. Close the window, Baroness.
And of course I did write to Uncle Leopold. He thinks it is right for me to be concerned. I love him so very, very much. He is indeed il mio secondo padre, or rather solo padre, for he is indeed like my real father, as I have none. On his last visit, he warned me about the people around me. I know who he means. It makes me so unhappy that I cannot trust anyone wholeheartedly. I have decided that singing lessons would be beneficial and help to keep my spirits up. And there is something further to look forward to, the forthcoming visit from my cousins Ernest and Albert.
La, 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 la. Please excuse the interruption, Your Royal Highness, but the princess have arrived.
Already? Oh, Leitzen. Oh, how exciting. Please excuse me, Signor Lablache. I must greet my cousins. No, I must be composed and perfectly serious. Am I flushed, Leitzen? Is my hair in order?
Madame looks perfectly well.
You can just see them. Near the carriage.
Where? I wonder which is Ernest and which is Albert. Ernest is as tall as Ferdinand and Augustus. He has dark hair and fine dark eyes and intelligent expression in his countenance, and has a very good figure. Albert, who is just as tall as Ernest but stouter, is extremely handsome. His hair is about the same colour as mine. His eyes are large and blue, and he has a beautiful nose and a very sweet mouth with fine teeth. But the charm of his countenance of expression, which is most delightful, c'est la foi, full of goodness and sweetness, and very clever and intelligent. Ernest will be 18 years old on the 21st of June, and Albert 17 on the 26th of August.
Yes.
Bravo, Ernest, that was quite splendid.
Albert has a finer technique, but thank you, dear cousin.
Let us play a duet.
Oh, I should love that. What will you play?
No, I mean that you should play with Ernest, Victoria.
But as I have already entertained you with my virtuoso performance, I insist that you take your turn.
And if we play, then you should sing.
Schubert!
Rose amongst the heather. But you must remember that I've only just started lessons.
We will do very well. If you brought your chair out here, you'd see the whole of the horse chestnut.
Oh, I like it here, with the branches framing the whole scene.
Ah, yes. That's good.
Let me see your sketch.
A little drawing of Dash. When we go home, I will treasure it as a remembrance of my visit. I like to have reminders of my travels.
And of people.
And of people. His friends, and cousins. But I keep a journal as well.
Oh, so do I. And like you, I sketch all kinds of things. Would you care to see my drawing books?
Of course.
We've had such a pleasant time here, Victoria, and we would like you to visit us. Saxe-Coburg is as beautiful as England, and you could sketch to your heart's content.
The more I see them, the more delighted with them, and the more I love them. They are so natural, so kind, so very good, and so well instructed and informed. They are so well bred, so truly merry, and quite like children, and yet very grown up in their manners and conversation. It is delightful to be with them. At 9, we all breakfasted for the last time together. Dearly as I love Ferdinand and also dear Augustus, I love Ernest and Albert more than them. Oh, yes, much more. Albert used always to have some fun and some clever, witty answers at breakfast and everywhere. He used to play and fondle Dash so funnily, too. Both he and Ernest are extremely attentive to whatever they hear and see. I will miss them very dearly when they're gone.
Be careful not to meet the eyes of these people. They are not worthy of your presence.
But it's the king's birthday, Mama. And these are all his friends.
And I am the only one here under sufferance. Why does he exclude my companions?
He has never liked Sir John Conroy, and neither have I.
Be careful what you say. You are still a child.
A toast in celebration of the King's 71st birthday. His Majesty the King, health and long life.
I trust in God that my life might be spared for 9 months longer, after which period, in the event of my death, no regency would take place. I should then have the satisfaction of leaving the royal authority to the personal exercise of that young lady, the heiress presumptive to the crown, and not in the hands of a person now near me who is surrounded by evil advisers and who is herself incompetent to act with propriety in the station in which she would be placed. And although I have not seen as much of my niece as I could have wished, I take no less interest in her. The more I see of her, both in public and in private, the greater pleasure it will give me. I propose a toast to the Princess Victoria.
The Princess Victoria.
My carriage. Immediately. I have never been so insulted in my life.
The king is not at all well, and there they all are, jostling for position. The Princess Victoria concerns herself with parties and balls, or so it seems. She must be resolute in all her doings, as she is still, according to the Duchess and Sir John, a minor.
Just look. Isn't this the most beautiful ball gown you have ever seen?
And so it should be. An 18th birthday is important in any girl's life. In your case, my darling child, it is vital that you should look every inch a princess.
And my ringlets, dear Lidson, are they even all the way round?
Perfectly, madam. And your tiara is exquisite.
Do you think there will be many people lining the route?
Undoubtedly. Some will have stayed on from this afternoon.
Such loyalty. See how the silk catches the light. I'm going to dance all night through, Mama. I've been so lucky. A grand piano, imagine that. The king is so good to me. Oh, and the most original and dear presents from you all. It has been such a glorious day, full of fun and frivolity.
That is good. I want it to be a day you remember.
But tomorrow I will be sensible and serious. In fact, I have many plans mulling around in my head. When they are properly formulated, I shall discuss them with you. Today is my 18th birthday. How old, and yet how far am I from being what I should be? I shall from this day take the firm resolution to study with renewed assiduity, to keep my attention always well fixed on whatever I am about, and to strive to become less trifling and more fit for what, if heaven wills it, I'm some day to be.
Your Royal Highness, shall we step onto the balcony for a while? It can be rather difficult to conduct conversations in close proximity to the orchestra, who, may I say, are playing splendidly.
Do you think I have been dancing for too long, Lord Melbourne? I long to waltz and gallop, but I am happy to watch as well.
To see the young swirling round the floor is indeed a pretty sight. I won't keep you from the quadrille, ma'am. I merely wanted the opportunity to wish you a very happy birthday. Not just as Prime Minister, speaking on behalf of Parliament, but on my own account, as your devoted servant.
You are so kind, Lord Melbourne. And it has been a remarkable day. I'm quite dizzy with it all.
Without wishing to be too serious on such a happy occasion, I would ask you to take heed. Be guided by those you trust. Do not allow yourself to be manipulated by those who would wish to take control.
Oh, Uncle Leopold and his advisor, Baron Stockmar, are watchful on my behalf.
Yes, indeed. Between us, we will do our utmost to protect you.
For once, Sir John, you may take your rightful place at my side as controller of my household.
But only because the king is not present.
Some say he is failing fast. Victoria will soon be queen.
Then we must persevere with our plans.
Victoria has responded to his letter, giving her a grant and the power to appoint her own keeper of the privy purse.
Did she copy our suggested reply?
Word for word, after lengthy coercion.
A daughter must be guided by her mother. I think that since the king is so ill, we should persuade Her Royal Highness to think again on the matter of who should be her private secretary.
She won't give in lightly.
As governess to my beloved charge, Her Royal Highness the Princess Victoria, I must record that we are living through perilous times here in Kensington Palace. It is imperative that I keep King Leopold and Baron Stockmar informed of the pressures being put on the child. They, in turn, pass on information to Lord Melbourne. But is it enough? All our activities are being watched, all conversations listened to, usually by Lady Flora Hastings, who reports back to the Duchess. Princess Victoria is at breaking point. I regularly correspond with King Leopold, but he is too far away to prevent the situation from worsening.
There you are, my darling child.
You wanted to see me, Mama?
Sir John and I both want to see you. There are matters concerning your future
That we both feel must be addressed now, especially as the king is not in the best of health.
I cannot think of anything that is pressing. My financial status has been sorted out. To your satisfaction, I think, Mama.
as it should be.
But not my uncle's, I think. The king was not pleased.
He is an old man. You should be guided by us, Victoria.
I have always been grateful for your guidance, Mama. But I am now in a position to make my own decisions.
You will still need a private secretary who has intimate knowledge of your background and needs and aspirations.
A simple signature is all that is required. The transition from princess to queen will be a smooth one under my authority.
I will not sign. You must not ask again. I will never sign this document. I will never again sign any document dictated by Sir John. I will choose my own private secretary when the time is right.
You cannot talk to me like this.
I have to, Mama. I must make myself very clear. I would thank you, Sir John, for any advice you may have given me. But from now on, I will not listen to you. You are not my advisor, and you never will be.
Well, Your Royal Highness, I do believe that we are far enough away from the palace, and Baroness Leighton is at a safe distance.
I trust her with my life. Lord Melbourne, please help me. I am finding it increasingly difficult to keep my resolve.
This is a most difficult situation, ma'am, but rest assured that I'm doing everything that I can.
I will be coerced, I know it. But I won't give in. It would be signing away my entire life.
The king is perfectly aware of what is happening. But as I said to his confidential secretary, that even though you are now 18, were you to succeed, your mother would still want control.
That simply cannot be.
And I'm afraid that she would appeal to public sympathy. After all, everyone approves of the way she has nurtured you, ma'am, and protected you from the less appealing elements at court. There's no denying it.
And my situation is impossible. Mama is manipulated by Sir John.
King John, as we refer to him. The real fact is, he wants money.
Is there nothing I can do?
Give him enough rope and he'll hang himself. Now, it may appear that we are doing nothing, Your Royal Highness, but it is often the best cause, believe me.
I'll try.
You should join us, Baroness. A brisk walk is called for.
Thank you, Lord Melbourne, but I am quite content to contemplate the morning.
The 15th of June, 1837. I hear that the doctors think my poor uncle the king cannot last more than 48 hours. Poor man. He was always kind to me, and he meant it well, I know. I am grateful for it, and shall ever remember his kindness with gratitude. He was odd, very odd and singular, but his intentions were often ill-interpreted. I feel very sorry for him. He was always personally kind to me, and I should be ungrateful and devoid of feeling if I did not remember this.
Dearest child, you must get up immediately.
So early? What?
Come, put on your robe. Let me brush your hair.
Oh, Mama.
The Archbishop is waiting for you.
I must see him alone. I went into my sitting room, only in my dressing gown, and alone, and saw them. Lord Cunningham then acquainted me that poor Uncle the King was no more, and had expired at 12 minutes past 2 this morning, and consequently that I am Queen. Lord Cunningham knelt down and kissed my hand, at the same time delivering to me the official announcement of the poor King's demise. The Archbishop then told me that the Queen, dearest Aunt Adelaide, was desirous that he should come and tell me the details of the last moments of my poor, good uncle, that he had directed his mind to religion, and had died in a perfectly happy, quiet state of mind, and was quite prepared for his death. Since it has pleased Providence to place me in this station, I shall do my utmost to fulfill my duty towards my country. I am very young, and perhaps in many, though not in all things, inexperienced. But I am sure that very few have more real goodwill and more real desire to do what is fit and right than I have. I have decided, dear Latson, that Mamma's bed should be removed from my room. I will from this moment sleep alone.
Yes, madam.
And perhaps you would inform Mamma of my decision. I will have to make her understand that I wish to talk to my ministers alone. I know she expects to be present at all interviews, but it must not happen.
Of course, madam.
The 25th of June, 1837. Dear Uncle Leopold, though I have an immense deal of business to do, I shall write to you a few lines. I am very well, sleep well, and drive every evening in the country. It is so hot that walking is out of the question. Before I go further, let me pause to tell you how fortunate I am to have at the head of the government a man like Lord Melbourne. I have seen him now every day, and the more I see him, the more confidence I have in him. He is not only a clever statesman and an honest man, but a good and kind-hearted man, whose aim is to do his duty for his country and not for party. He is the greatest use to me both politically and privately. I'm afraid Mamma is quite angry with me. But I will not have Sir John Conroy anywhere near me, and that is that.
Your Majesty need not be troubled any further. Sir John has been persuaded to resign his post as controller.
Oh, that is the very best news I could have.
But his resignation comes at a price. We think we will have to bow to some of his demands, however extravagant they may be, for the sake of a quiet life.
Yes, indeed. The 1st of July, 1837. I have so many communications from the ministers, and from me to them, and I get so many papers to sign every day that I have always a great deal to do. But for want of time and space, I do not write these things down. I delight in this work. Indeed, Lord John Russell was moved to say, "We have had glorious female reigns. Those of Elizabeth and Anne led us to great victories. Let us now hope that we are going to have a female reign illustrious in its deeds of peace. An Elizabeth without her tyranny, an Anne without her weakness. By the total abolition of slavery, by a more enlightened method of punishing crime, and by the improved education of the people, the reign of Victoria might prove celebrated among the nations of our earth and to our posterity. I pray that I might fulfill these aspirations."
As yet uncrowned, Victoria is already making her mark. Although according to the Times, it's Lord Melbourne who writes her speeches, which are full of Whig catchphrases and bias. "Poor little Queen," said Thomas Carlyle. "She's at an age at which a girl can hardly be trusted to choose a bonnet for herself, yet a task is laid upon her from which an archangel might shrink."
What a remarkable young woman she is. Not even 1 month has passed, and she's already every inch a queen, commanding respect from every quarter. Quick to learn and eager to fulfill all of her duties. I am much moved. On Monday, she prorogued Parliament, entering the House of Lords, preceded by the officers of state wearing the parliamentary robe, which she found enormously heavy. There was great curiosity among the English aristocracy. Old Lady Jersey had armed herself with powerful opera glasses, which she relentlessly fixed upon the young queen.
At 10 minutes past 2 came Lord Palmerston, the Foreign Secretary, and stayed till 6 minutes past 3. We talked about Russia and Turkey a good deal, etc. He is very agreeable and clear in what he says. Indeed, my days are filled with a variety of activities that are both testing and invigorating. I think the guardsmen and lancers quite the most dashing of men. Do you not think so, Lord Melbourne?
Oh, quite.
Oh, that was so exhilarating. And darling Leopold behaved beautifully. I was quite nervous about cantering up and down the lines, but it was wonderful.
And if I may say so, Your Majesty, your control of Leopold when you reached your first position was exemplary. Not a movement, despite the maneuvers and the band playing.
I think for the first time I felt like a man. I do believe, Lord Melbourne, that I could lead my troops into battle.
As your faithful servant, ma'am, I could not allow such a thing. But the men much admired your salute, and so did I.
Another canter, I think, as far as the avenue. Can you keep up with me?
I almost wish we were back in Kensington Palace. No, this place is not to my liking, and my daughter sees fit to keep me away from her apartments.
I think Her Majesty is only concerned for your comfort. Buckingham Palace is convenient for Parliament, and it is also large enough to accommodate a greater number of people, all quite privately.
Then why has she ordered a door to be cut between your rooms and hers?
A servant must be at hand, madam.
But not her mother.
Mamma, I did not expect to find you here.
Your Majesty.
Victoria.
I have been much concerned with parliamentary papers. You've settled in, I hope. I much prefer Windsor, and would choose to spend more time there.
Will you excuse me, please, ma'am? I have my duties.
Indeed, dear Letson. Come to me later. We must go through the newspapers.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that we are alone, I would like to raise the subject of my well-being.
Every effort has been made, Mamma, to make you feel at home.
Then why may I not entertain guests of my choosing?
You refer to Sir John Conroy, I suppose?
And his dear daughters. It seems so unfair that they may not be received at court.
Please stop this, Mama. The constant letters from you on the subject are becoming an irritation. I have much more important things to consider.
That is patently obvious to me.
Sir John has been given a title he doesn't warrant, and an extravagant pension. That, in my view, is quite enough.
You will not prevent me from asking him to the Guildhall banquet.
I cannot depart from the line of conduct which I have adopted. This is all too much, Mama.
I beg you.
There is still the matter of all the debts you have incurred.
And in your position, my dear daughter, they can easily be settled.
Not so.
Then perhaps I should throw myself on the mercy of Parliament. If the Queen cannot provide for her own mother, what else can I do?
Your Majesty, Lord Melbourne awaits.
My dear Lord Melbourne, how good it is to see you.
Your Majesty is well, I hope.
Perturbed.
Then, ma'am, you must allow me to listen to your concerns. I am always here to advise you, as it were, if I'm able.
My mother is disgruntled. It hurts me greatly that I should have to treat her with such harshness, but it is difficult to keep my resolve.
The Duchess can be a determined woman, but she and Sir John cannot harm you now.
But there are still the constant arguments about my mother's debts. She demands that I contribute £10,000 out of my privy purse towards them.
No, that simply won't do.
She threatens to throw herself at the mercy of Parliament, shaming me at the same time.
No. She will not do that. It would amount to blackmail. Leave it with me, ma'am. We have a much more important matter to discuss. The plans for your forthcoming coronation.
The 28th of June, 1838. I was awoke at 4 o'clock by the guns in the park, and could not get much sleep afterwards on account of the noise of the people, bands, etc. I reached the Abbey amid deafening cheers at a little after 11:30. I first went into the robing room, quite close to the entrance, where I found my 8 train bearers, all dressed alike and beautifully, in white satin and silver tissue, with wreaths of silver corn ears in front, and a small one of pink roses round the plaque behind, and in the trimming of the dresses. At the beginning of the anthem, I retired to St. Edward's Chapel, a dark, small place behind the altar, with my ladies and train-bearers, took off my crimson robe and kirtle, and put on the supertunica of cloth of gold, also in the shape of a kirtle. I also took off my circlet of diamonds, and proceeded bareheaded into the Abbey. The crown being placed on my head was, I must own, a most beautiful, impressive moment. All the peers and peeresses put on their coronets at the same instant. Poor Lord Roll. I wasn't quite certain what to do. When he fell down the steps, I thought I should rush down to help him.
He got up of his own accord. At 81, no mean feat.
Your Majesty showed great compassion in rising from the throne to meet him.
And did you hear the cheers when you paid homage to me, Lord Melbourne?
Yes, and it was so moving when they touched the crown and kissed your hand.
I must congratulate you on this most brilliant day. And you did it all so beautifully.
My daughter has been well tutored by her mother on such matters.
Quite. And I could tell that you were moved by it all.
I believe I was.
But that is natural. Oh, you must be feeling very tired now, Your Majesty, but you did it all so well.
Thank you, Lord Melbourne.
The excitement died down eventually. But it has to be said that the coronation captured the heart and soul of the nation. The Queen continues to concern herself with affairs of state both at home and abroad, and I feel that we can broach any topic with the certainty that she will offer a useful insight. Meanwhile, she is much distracted, however, with wretched Lady Flora Hastings, who has returned to the household, apparently with child. I have urged that the Queen should ignore the whole affair, but this is becoming more and more difficult.
Lady Flora, after lengthy protests, agreed to be examined.
And the outcome?
She was found to be a virgin. The swollen stomach is caused by some other oddity.
Relief all round, I would think.
I wish I'd never met the lady. The scandal has broken and the public are taking her side. She is steadily diminishing my popularity in the country, and they're calling me a heartless child.
There are other problems in the house to be concerning us, ma'am. I have indicated how I am losing my hold on the Commons.
Oh, yes, the question of the Jamaican sugar planters. How absurd that a matter which is colonial and not directly concerned with us should assume such importance. They should be made to approve the abolition of slavery and Negro apprenticeship.
Well, the government has proposed that we suspend the Constitution of Jamaica for 5 years.
Sensible.
The Tories won't have it, and they're supported by quite a number of radicals. All of this, ma'am, could be my downfall.
The 7th of May, 1839. The state of agony, grief and despair into which this placed me may be easier imagined than described. All my happiness gone. That happy, peaceful life destroyed. That dearest, kind Lord Melbourne no more my minister. I sobbed and cried much. I wrote to Sir Robert Peel, who came to see me embarrassed and put out. I asked him to form a new ministry. He says entering the government in a minority is very difficult. He felt it arduous, and that he would require me to demonstrate confidence in the government.
Tragically, Lady Flora's condition worsened, and she died without a struggle, poor thing. 5,000 people showed up at her funeral, and although the Queen did not attend, stones were thrown at the carriage she sent. My friendship with the Queen continues, and I note that Her Majesty is becoming disillusioned, quite fat and indolent. The honeymoon period is over, I fear, and she needs the support and stimulus of a partner. To this end, I have suggested that she delay no longer in considering the possibility of marriage.
Your Majesty, Lord Melbourne.
Your Majesty.
I will come to the point immediately. I have decided to marry Albert.
You have? And when did you have in mind to do this?
In about a year.
Too long. I think Parliament should be assembled in order to make provision for him. But the matter shouldn't be talked about yet, in case of any objection.
Oh?
Although I don't think there'll be much. On the contrary, I think it'll be very well received.
The 10th of October, 1839. As we were returning along the New Walk, one of my pages came running with a letter from Uncle Leopold, saying my cousins would be here very soon. At 7:30, I went to the top of the staircase. It was with some emotion that I beheld Albert, who is beautiful. Lord Melbourne remarked that I might take a week to make up my mind, but I have no need to delay my decision. Since I last saw him, Albert has grown into such a fine young man that my heart is quite going. His beauty is most striking, and he so amiable and unaffected. In short, very fascinating. He is excessively admired here. After dinner last night, we sat together on the sofa, Lord Melbourne sitting near me, Ernest playing at chess, and many being seated round the table. I played 2 games at tactics with dear Albert, and 2 at fox and geese. Stayed up till 20 minutes past 11. A delightful evening. These last few days have passed like a dream to me, and I am so much bewildered by it all that I know hardly how to write. But I do feel very, very happy. Indeed, I have made up my mind to marry him.
He comes the bridegroom of Victoria's choice, the nominee of Lateson's vulgar voice. He comes to take, for better or for worse, England's fat queen and England's fatter purse.
Albert, you must be aware why I have sent for you.
Oh, dearest Victoria.
It would make me too happy if you were to consent to what I wish. To marry me.
You would make me the happiest of men, as I would wish to make you. Oh, my sweet love.
Oh, you are so kind, so affectionate, so loving. Oh, this is perfection. I cannot believe I am loved by such an angel. My mind is quite made up, and I told Albert this morning of it. The warm affection he showed me on learning this gave me great pleasure. He seems perfection, and I think that I have the prospect of very great happiness before me. I love him more than I can say, and I shall do everything in my power to render the sacrifice he has made as small as I can. It's Albert's turn, Lord Melbourne.
Oh.
Do you have enough letters, my dearest, to make a word?
If I can find a certain letter. Yeah, I have it! P-L-E-A. Pleasure. A most appropriate word.
Can you guess what it is? It has 8 letters.
Oh, it could be anything. Tedious game.
Come on, Lord Melbourne. You are usually so good at letters. It is a very common word.
But not a very common thing.
Is it truth or honesty?
Oh, tell him, Albert. Oh, do tell him.
The word is pleasure, my lord. And nothing would give me greater pleasure than to dance with you, my dear Victoria. A waltz! I must teach my bride how to waltz. Start with your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's so difficult.
Now follow. That's all you need to do. I will guide you everywhere. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's it. That's it.
I started so badly.
And finished brilliantly. Don't you think so, Lord Melbourne?
Her Majesty dances beautifully, Your Royal Highness. But if I might say, I do think one should pay attention to the other ladies present. They would all wish to know you. And look, there are some great beauties, wouldn't you agree?
I am not much interested in other beautiful women, who are so often fated anyway.
Dear Albert will want the company of older women, won't you?
Indeed.
It would suit me well if I were to live with you and Victoria here in the palace.
Mama, Albert and I haven't yet decided on our plans.
You would keep me at arm's length, would you?
I'm perfectly certain that living arrangements will be organized to everyone's satisfaction. Perhaps Your Grace would care to take a turn round the room. The young couple have so little time left.
Thank you, Lord Melbourne.
It was 10 o'clock, and time for his going. I gave Albert a last kiss, and saw him get into the carriage and drive off. I cried much, felt wretched, yet happy to think we should meet again soon. Oh, how I love him. How intensely. I am so relieved, my dear Lord Melbourne, that you are once again my Prime Minister, and particularly at this time. Who would have thought that so many complications would arise from my proposed marriage to my beloved Albert?
One of the penalties of being sovereign, ma'am.
Mamma is conjuring up a string of supposed insults and slights. She now says that even Prince Albert's valet knew about the engagement before she did. And she will insist on living with us.
You will have great difficulty in getting Her Grace out of the house, but you must. And you will have to be firm.
Firm.
But there must be no harshness.
We will hire a house for her, a pretty, well-appointed house.
I'm not sure that would be well looked upon, Your Majesty.
Oh, dear. It seems I must set about pleasing everyone.
When the declaration is formally read by you, ma'am, there will be jubilation. Everyone will be pleased. I much prefer Madeira to port. It settles more easily on the stomach. Will you have another, my dear Stockmar?
I won't refuse. As advisor to both the Queen and King Leopold, I have been made aware of the difficulty over Prince Albert's annuity.
Uproar in the house, my dear fellow. 50,000 is quite out of the question. They won't have it. What astounds me is that not only the Tories and Radicals voted against, but some of my own supporters.
A distrust of foreigners, would you say?
Or a badly presented case. Nitpicking, that's what I call it. And as for rank, even the happy pair can't agree.
I know that Prince Albert wishes for no other rank than his own.
Whereas the Queen wishes that he be given rank, and therefore precedence immediately after herself for the whole of his lifetime.
And how is that viewed?
It simply cannot be. The prince cannot take precedence over their children.
I see your point. No doubt there will be a rocky road ahead. I must make sure that Prince Albert is not diminished by all this wrangling. He is a good man. Wise beyond his years.
My dearest Albert, how I wish that you were here and not in Coburg. I had a talk with Lord Melbourne about your arrangements for our marriage, and also about your official attendance. And he has told me that young George Anson, his private secretary, who is with him, greatly wishes to be with you. I am very much in favour of it, because he is an excellent young man, and very modest, very honest, very steady, very well informed, and will be of much use to you.
My beloved Victoria, if I take the Prime Minister's secretary, won't this make me a partisan in the eyes of many? Think of my position, my dear Victoria. I am leaving home with all its old associations, all my bosom friends, and going to a country in which everything is new and strange to me. Is it not to be conceded that the 2 or 3 persons who are to have charge of my private affairs should be persons who already command my confidence?
My beloved, it is, as you rightly suppose, my greatest, my most anxious wish to do everything most agreeable to you. But I must differ with you respecting Mr. Anson. I am distressed to tell you what I fear you do not like, but is necessary, my dearest, most excellent Albert. Once more I tell you that you can perfectly rely on me in these matters.
Is it wise to stay outdoors in this weather, ma'am?
I relish the cold. All my windows are open, inside or out, it makes no difference. And I could not bear to sit on my sofa any longer. Oh, they will be here soon, Lord Melbourne, and in 3 days we will be married.
It will seem like an eternity.
I confess I am a little agitated and nervous.
Most natural. How could it be otherwise?
And to think I wanted to delay getting married. I even contemplated not marrying.
Depend upon it, it's right to marry.
Of course it is. Oh, I want nothing more than to be Albert's wife. They are here. Oh, Lord Melbourne, fetch Mama. She must be here. Oh, my beloved Albert, you have come at last.
Oh, dearest, sweet girl, I am here.
My beloved Albert, how are you this morning, on our dear wedding day? And have you slept well? I have rested very well, and feel very comfortable today. What weather! I believe, however, the rain will cease. Send one word when you, my most beloved bridegroom, will be ready. Thy ever faithful Victoria R.
My darling child, you look so beautiful. Oh, the gown is magnificent.
Are those my flowers?
Just a nosegay which you may choose to wear, but only if you wish.
Oh, thank you, Mama. They go perfectly with the flowers in my hair. Do you think the sapphire brooch that my dearest Albert gave me looks well with the necklace?
You will be a ray of sunshine in this most dreadful rain. You know that I want you to be happy, don't you? That has always been my wish.
Yes, Mama. The ceremony was very imposing, and fine and simple, and I think ought to make an everlasting impression on everyone who promises at the altar to keep what he or she promises. Dearest Albert repeated everything very distinctly. I felt so happy when the ring was put on, and by Albert. As soon as the service was over, the procession returned as it came, with the exception that my beloved Albert led me out. At 2:30, we joined the guests for the wedding breakfast, then left at 4 for Windsor. Well-wishers on horseback and a motley assortment of carriages and gigs galloped beside us, scattering happy throngs in the road, all the way to Windsor. I am so glad that we came here for our honeymoon. I'm not fond of Buckingham Palace.
Oh, wherever you are, my darling wife, will be a haven. Oh, today is the happiest day of my life. Every tiny detail is imprinted firmly in my mind. Your beauty, the vows, the whole ceremony.
We will always be as happy as this. I'm quite dizzy with love.
You should eat, my dearest. The supper is laid out very conveniently. We need not stir from this room.
I could not manage one morsel. It has all been quite overwhelming. I'm still too excited to eat.
Then lie here in my arms. We will eat later. I will tell you, my beloved Victoria, how I have longed for this. All the time in the world to express the very deep love and affection that I already feel. Oh.
I never spent such an evening. He called me names of tenderness I have never heard used to me before. It was bliss beyond belief. Oh, this was the happiest day of my life. May God help me to do my duty as I ought, and be worthy of such blessings. Already the second day of our marriage. His love and gentleness is beyond everything, and to kiss that dear soft cheek, to press my lips to his, is heavenly bliss. I feel a purer, more unearthly feel than I ever did. My dearest Albert put on my stockings for me. I went in and saw him shave, a great delight for me. Oh, was ever woman so blessed as I am?
The happy pair are wed. The Queen is anxious to return to London, and Albert, bless him, puts up with a short honeymoon.
I do not think it possible for anyone in the world to be happier or as happy as I am. He is an angel, and his kindness and affection for me is really touching.
You see, my darling wife, in no time at all we will play as one, with precision and in perfect harmony.
Dearest Albert, my angel. Oh, how the days have flown. Tomorrow I must be the sovereign again.
So soon? This must be the shortest honeymoon in history.
I did tell you in my letters that affairs of state can stop and wait for nothing.
It's just as I recall being told that it is usual in England, is it not, for newly married people to stay up to 4 to 6 weeks away from town and society. And they seem to make a great point of this.
Parliament is sitting, and something occurs almost every day for which I am required, and it is quite impossible for me to be absent from London.
Ah, but it might perhaps be a good and delicate action not to depart from this custom altogether, and to retire from the public eye for at least a fortnight. Or a week.
2 or 3 days is already a long time to be absent. Really, my dearest.
So you would abandon your poor wretched husband?
Oh, no. We will go together to Buckingham Palace. You will be pleased, I know. It has been refurbished and will be quite perfect for us. My angel, we will not be parted.
Oh. Wherever we are, it will be heaven. It's 3 months since we were married. February the 10th, 1840 will forever be etched in my memory. My dear wife loves me as much as I love her. I'm quite certain of that. In our home life, where we are uninterrupted by people and affairs of state, we are ecstatically happy and contented. But the difficulty of filling my place with proper dignity is that I am only the husband and not master in the house. Victoria had promised that I would be of assistance to her in her heavy duties, but I find that I am not even allowed to see the contents of the boxes from the various departments of state.
I think that completes the business of the day, Lord Melbourne.
It is remarkable, ma'am, how well versed you are on the day-to-day running of Parliament. I would venture to say that in some respects it is your finger on the pulse and not mine.
Oh, you flatter me, sir. It is only that I am presented with the completed documents and proposals, whereas you are concerned with detail and formulation and argument.
Well, no doubt, ma'am, you enlist the help of Prince Albert in dealing with the mountain of papers.
Oh, I know that my dear husband would wish to be more involved. Indeed, he thinks I lack confidence in him, for he could certainly help in the trivial matters, and in matters concerned with the politics of the country.
I think it would be advisable to show him the papers.
When we are alone, Lord Melbourne, I prefer talking about other things.
Quite.
Come in.
Oh, Your Majesty, forgive me. I had forgotten that you were...
Lord Melbourne and I are nearly at an end. Are those the accounts, Latson?
Yes, ma'am. You will see that every bill is signed by me and verified by Sir Henry Wheatley.
Thank you.
And does Prince Albert verify the accounts, Baroness?
One would not want to concern the Prince about anything so trivial as household expenses.
Oh, I think that Lord Melbourne would disagree, judging by his expression. I will leave the two of you to discuss the matter. Good morning, my dear friend.
Ma'am.
Household accounts have always been my responsibility, my lord.
One that you take seriously.
Indeed I do, as with all the other tasks to which I am entrusted.
Your greatest responsibility, of course, was standing between the Princess Victoria and her mother. And in the circumstances, you were justified in doing so.
Thank you.
However, it would be ill-advised to stand between husband and wife. You do understand, I hope.
I share a very personal and long-standing relationship with Her Majesty.
All the more reason to stand off, as it were. You see, my dear Baroness, you would only draw down ruin on yourself and entail misery on her you profess to be devoted to.
If you would excuse me, Lord Melbourne, I find this conversation both tiresome and unnecessary.
Stubborn woman.
It is quite remarkable how one's life can change so dramatically for the better. In the space of a few short months, I have managed to please both Parliament and the public. I was cheered in Birmingham, where I gave my first public address as president of the Anti-Slavery Society. Victoria and I were applauded at the opera. Indeed, it now seems the fashion to praise me. A bill has been passed in Parliament which makes me Prince Regent, something my dear wife had wished for and which pleases me more than I can say. But to save the best until last, we will soon be a complete family. Our first baby is expected any day. I believe with all my heart that our marriage will be firmly anchored by this event. Victoria will need my help to fulfill her duties, and the deceitful Latson will fade into the background.
Splendid, perfectly splendid, Your Majesty.
My angel, we have our first child.
Oh, Albert, is it a boy?
We have a daughter, and she is beautiful.
Oh, no. I was certain it would be a boy. Certain.
A healthy child, Your Majesty. Take her into the anteroom. She has to be inspected by the cabinet and the bishops. Then, ma'am, Mrs. Lily will wrap her in a shawl so that you can hold her.
Are you disappointed, my love?
Oh, only a very, very little.
The country will have wanted an heir.
And then the country must wait. Our next child will be a prince.
And we will name our first boy after my beloved Uncle Leopold.
You have lain on the sofa long enough, my sweet bird. Put your arms around my neck. Proper rest will restore your strength.
You think the baby's quite pretty, don't you?
A pussycat.
More a frog.
Oh.
That terrible frog-like action.
All babies move in that way.
Then she will grow out of it, I suppose. Our little Victoria Adelaide Mary Louisa. We should call her Vicky, perhaps, to avoid confusion.
Shall I wrap your shoulders in a shawl, my love?
I have today written this memorandum. It expresses my love and gratitude towards my beloved Albert. November 1840. The prince's care and devotion were quite beyond expression. He refused to go to the play or anywhere else, generally dining alone with the Duchess of Kent. He was content to sit by the Queen in a darkened room, to read to her or write for her. No one but himself ever lifted her from her bed to the sofa, and he always helped to wheel her on her bed or sofa into the next room. For this purpose, he would come when sent for instantly from any part of the house. His care of her was like that of a mother, nor could there be a kinder, wiser, or more judicious nurse.
You may open your eyes. You too, Mr. Anson.
Oh, I've never seen such a beautiful sight. It is quite wonderful.
We searched the Great Windsor Park and beyond for the finest tree. It has taken 2 days to decorate.
Candles. Oh, my dear Albert, I have never seen candles in a tree. And a star. Oh, Vicky would love this if she were just a little older. Take the baby to the nursery. She must be kept quite warm. Yes, Your Majesty.
And you too, my love. You must rest. You promised that you would if we came here for Christmas.
See how readily I obey my husband. Won't you come too?
I want to supervise the dressing of holly and ivy. I want it to be perfect for you. The largest boughs need to be suspended from the cornices. The ivy in loops, I think. Mr. Anson, what do you think?
Magnificent.
It is the way we do things in Germany. And my dear wife approves.
How could Her Majesty fail to appreciate such beauty? You seem content, Your Royal Highness.
Indeed, I am. Yesterday, the Queen gave me the keys to the cabinet boxes. I am at last to be consulted on the affairs of Parliament.
It is as it should be. I'm delighted, sir. Nothing but good can come of Her Majesty's action. It shows her complete confidence in your understanding of this country's political and social structure. Lord Melbourne will be pleased. He has wanted this.
I do believe it was the Queen's confinement. As you could see, I was eager to help her in any way. It was a gradual letting go, I think. You need to trail the ivy to the upper branches of the tree. It will give it focus.
There is still the problem of Baroness Leighton, Your Royal Highness.
She has to go.
Whilst I was away, I gather she meddled and made mischief whenever she had the opportunity.
She complained about me constantly. The Queen is devoted to her, so it was going to be difficult to remove the Baroness.
Then we will always be subject to troubled waters.
And indeed, as the months pass, the Baroness interferes more and more, to the extent that Victoria and I had our first quarrel and exchanged bitter letters. This is most unsatisfactory, as my beloved wife is again pregnant with our second child. To make matters even worse, the government has fallen and Lord Melbourne is no longer Prime Minister. This distresses Victoria, as they had been so close for so many years. As ever, she has welcomed Sir Robert Peel with the warmth and courtesy expected of her.
My dear Uncle Leopold, I am going for a drive this morning, and am certain it will do me good. In all essentials, I am better, if possible, than last year. Our little boy is a wonderfully strong and large child, with very dark blue eyes, a finely formed but somewhat large nose, and a pretty little mouth. I hope and pray he may be like his dearest papa. He is to be called Albert, and Edward is to be his second name. Pussy, dear child, is still the great pet amongst us all, and is getting fat and strong again. She is not at all pleased with her brother.
They are always together. My wife and the despised Leighton. Victoria knows my feelings, but chooses to ignore them.
But I do think, Mum, that the revenues from the Duchy of Cornwall should pass straight to me for nursery expenses rather than through Mr. Anson.
It would cause friction, my dear Letson. I am of the opinion that we should let things be.
As you wish, Mum.
Go now to the nursery. The Prince awaits.
Yes, Mum.
My dear Albert, you work too hard.
There is much to do. You were with the Baroness?
Please, I cannot continue this argument. She has been my friend and ally for too many years.
And regards herself too highly. The woman is a crazy, stupid intriguer, obsessed with a lust for power.
Stop, please. I am not well enough for this. And I'm too worried about the children. Vicky is not thriving anymore, and the baby...
Victoria, they are too much under her influence.
I cannot listen to any more.
I will sacrifice my own comfort, my life's happiness for my beloved Victoria. Indeed, I would die fighting for her existence as sovereign and for the welfare of my children. I will not yield them as prey to Leighton.
It was not without great difficulty, Stockmar told Lord Granville, that the prince succeeded in getting rid of her. Baroness Leighton, that is. Oh, what a relief. There is peace in the household at last, and even Sir Robert Peel finds himself in favour now that he is settled in as Prime Minister.
My dear friend, Leighton, governess through all my childhood, has gone. The situation was becoming impossible, with my beloved Albert believing quite fervently that she wielded too much power and influence on my life. I owe her much, and to speak only of her mistakes would not be right. It was not personal ambition at all, but the idea that no one but herself was to take care of the Queen. At last there is tranquillity in our household, and 1842 seems to be a year of respite. No babies. Albert and I have resumed our former happiness. But when we were out in the parks, enjoying the pleasure of our own company, Albert thought he heard a gunshot.
Did you hear that?
I heard nothing, nor has anyone else, I think. A firework, perhaps. Oh, Albert, this is such a pleasure. A ride through the parks with my most beloved husband.
It is because we are at last so happy to be with one another.
No babies to fuss about, no interference.
And you look so well, my dearest.
It turned out that Albert was right. A man had fired at us and then walked away. A boy witnessed the whole scene and reported it to the police and then to Sir Robert Peel. So today, heavily guarded, we take our usual ride in the park in the hope he will make himself apparent and be caught.
My brave, most precious wife. Are you frightened?
When I am with you, I feel no fear. So many people, waving and smiling.
They love you, old and young alike. See how they bow to you.
To us, the Queen and the Regent. London in spring is so clean, refreshed. Cherry blossom everywhere.
Constitution Hill already. The bigger crowds. The equerries have been alerted to keep close. It was here I heard the gunshot yesterday.
It is unbelievable. If a man was seen, why was he not arrested?
It was also unexpected. He was able to walk away. Are you sure you're not afraid?
Not if we are together. It's our duty. He must be caught.
There. They have him. They're taking him away.
I saw nothing.
He was too far away to cause real harm. He's being led away. We are quite safe. How many other assassins would be prepared to take a pot shot at my beloved? Those hot-headed Chartists, maybe, protesting against the Poor Law Amendment Act. And furthermore, there is once again change afoot in Parliament.
I have written to Lord Melbourne to say how much we miss him. His resignation was a hammer blow, and I confess I couldn't countenance the notion of another Prime Minister. However, after an awkward introduction, I find Sir Robert Peel to be both amenable and honest.
I am glad of the opportunity to discuss the state of the country with Your Majesty and Your Royal Highness.
Prince Albert and I were much concerned by the Home Secretary's letter.
Indeed, Sir Robert. I feel that we have been out of touch with the situation. The turbulence in South Wales is quite alarming. Who are these Rebecca rioters destroying the toll gates and causing such havoc?
I gather they are men dressed as women, protesting against the Poor Law Amendment Act. They take their name from the biblical prophecy that Rebecca's seed should possess the gate of those that hate them.
No, it is a lamentable affair. I have repeatedly urged the necessity of its being put an end to by you, Prime Minister, and the government.
I think we would want to issue a special commission for the trial of offenders.
Would you sanction that, my dearest?
Most certainly. It should be implemented as soon as possible. We will soon be off on our tour of England.
When we may have the opportunity to witness the unrest you are concerned about.
I am glad to be alone with you, my darling. A house party is a very gay event, but there are too many dukes staying here for my liking.
Chatsworth is irresistible, even in December. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful to have such a house as this? A family retreat, especially now that we have little Alice.
Then we must consider it. Other people escape their duties, why not us?
It could be argued that we have already escaped, for months on end.
Who would dare complain? Why, our visit to France was the first time I have crossed the Channel. I am conscious of letting people see us on our travels. It gives them hope. In any case, we are expected to visit the great houses, and that can become tedious.
But enjoyable.
Oh, thank heavens for the railroad. At least we can travel delightfully, even from Slough to Windsor.
And see for ourselves the pockets of unrest.
Oh, we should turn back. It's almost time for luncheon.
Oh, just look at this. Now, what would you call it? A glass house?
A conservatory.
Yeah, but it's enormous. What? Nearly 70 feet high, would you say? And about, 400 feet long? I have never seen so much glass. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's the kind of building I would like to design.
It's by Joseph Paxton. There was much trepidation, but it has worked.
What I would like is to build us a house. I would consider all our needs, find the perfect plot of land, and make it so welcoming that we would never want to leave it.
We will have such a house, and then I can stop you from hunting.
I have told you, my dearest, that I must turn out tomorrow. It is expected of me, and I will be careful.
But I shall worry nevertheless. My dear Uncle Leopold, one can hardly credit the absurdity of people here, but Albert's riding and hunting so boldly and hard has made such a sensation that it has been written about all over the country, and they make much more of it than if he had done some great act. It rather disgusts one, but still it has done and does good, for it has put an end to all impertinent sneering for the future of Albert's riding. This journey has done great good, and my beloved Albert in particular has had the great success. For instance, at Birmingham, the good his visit has done has been immense, for Albert spoke to all these manufacturers in their own language, which they did not expect, and these poor people have only been accustomed to hear demagogues and Chartists. We had barely set foot in London when the news of Albert's dear father's death reached us. It has put us in a state of shock. my beloved. Why didn't you send for me the moment you heard?
It is so hard to understand. Sweet Victoria, you never knew your father.
And yet I mourn him, as I mourn for our dearest papa. Oh, let me hold you. Oh, Albert, you should have been there. How can you bear?
Oh, my place is always here. But of course I will have to go to Coburg to pay my respects to my father's grave.
How will we manage without you? We have never been apart this long.
I have to. And to caution my brother against following the same path. My father was not a good man.
But oh, my dearest, he was your father nonetheless. And I share your grief. I have written to Uncle Leopold to tell him how devastated we have been at the news. I said, to describe to you all that we have suffered, all that we do suffer, would be difficult. God has heavily afflicted us. We feel crushed, overwhelmed, bowed down by the loss of one who was so deservedly loved, may I say adored, by his children and family. I loved him, and looked on him as my own father. My darling stands so alone. I am now all to him. I can just about make it out. There, to the left of the white flagpole. That surely is Osborne House.
No. It's much further to the right. You follow the line of my finger. Here, use my telescope. Hold it still, my dearest. Now, do you see it?
That really is Osborne. Oh, I think you're right, Albert. It is the perfect position. I remember very clearly being overwhelmed by the view when I came here with Mama as a child.
When I saw the place in April, it seemed right.
It gives a sense of being abroad. Such privacy. Oh, how I long for that.
Cubit will meet us there to discuss the alterations. He's the finest architect. I have such good feelings about our plans, and I am sure that we shall be happy there. Mr. Cubit, it makes perfect sense.
You see, Your Royal Highness, the repairs, additions, and alterations would cost far more than starting from scratch. What's more, a new house would be exactly to your liking, I would have thought.
I do agree.
And with minor repairs to the existing house, you could in fact use Osborne immediately and without any inconvenience.
So, these are the preliminary sketches.
I took the liberty...
I like the squareness of it. And your proposed siting. Yes, the prospect reminds me so much of the Bay of Naples. I think the Queen would enjoy an Italianate influence. What do you say, Mr. Cubit?
Perfectly possible, sir.
Yes, twin campaniles, perhaps. And inside, friezes, alcoves, tiles. Oh, I have so many ideas.
And may I venture, in keeping with the classical style that I tend to adopt?
That's not to say we should not be innovative.
Absolutely.
My dearest, come and look at the plans.
Plans?
Mr. Cubit is of the opinion that we should build a new house.
And incur the wrath of Parliament?
It would be cheaper. Let Mr. Cubit explain.
It does my heart good to see how my beloved Albert enjoys it all, and is so full of admiration of the place and of all the plans and improvements he means to carry out. He is hardly to be kept at home for a moment. I relish the idea of a family home, and now that we have dear little Alfred, it must be big enough to accommodate us all.
Take my hand, my dearest. We'll walk through our house, imagining where everything will be. Be careful where you place your feet.
Oh, this is so exciting. Something that you and I can share, that is new, never been lived in.
So, here is the threshold, and what will be a pavilion. Over there in the center, a drawing room, a billiard room to the left, a dining room to the right, and all interlinked.
But arranged so it seems that one could be private in each part. This is so cosy. And such views of the sea. Oh, Albert.
And when it is stormy and wet, shutters.
Excellent. Even more snug.
But concealed shutters, my beloved, that draw out of the wall and are faced with mirrors, thereby extending the proportions of the rooms even further.
And reflecting light from the chandeliers, presumably.
Exactly.
Oh, it will be wonderful.
And Here, on the second floor, the children will have their nurseries, and the schoolroom will be close by your sitting room here on the first floor. In that way, we can be a family.
Yes.
But escape from them, too, when we feel the need.
And Mama? Where is her suite?
Some considerable way past the audience room, the council room, and other reception rooms. On the ground floor.
Perfect. Quite perfect.
Prince Albert is given to making fine speeches. He would have us embrace his idea of a great exhibition which would demonstrate the realization of the unity of mankind. Somerset House and Leicester Square are deemed too small to house such a venture. The Prince says it must embrace foreign productions. It will be the first international exhibition ever held. But there is great sadness. Sir Robert Peel died after a riding accident, and Albert is much preoccupied by this news.
The 9th of July, 1850. My poor dear Albert, who had been so fresh and well when we came back from Ireland, looks so pale and fagged again. He has felt, and feels, Sir Robert's death dreadfully.
Will the day come, my dearest, when I am not weighed down with the loss of such good friends? First George Anson, 37 is no age. Then Sir Robert.
So much grief is difficult to bear.
I have no enthusiasm for the great exhibition. It's as if my dream has turned into a nightmare. I hadn't envisaged such opposition, for one thing, and I'm presented with difficulties every single day.
You mustn't give in, my dearest Albert. And you won't. It's not part of your nature. In any case, there has been a change of heart. The powers that be are quite enthusiastic again. Sir Robert's demise has pricked the conscience of Parliament. He was always so eager for the exhibition to go ahead and to succeed.
Then I cannot let him down. But there are still insurmountable problems.
You'll think of something. I have the utmost faith in your ingenuity and genius.
Well, Paxton, what do you make of it all?
I'm very honoured to be invited to this trial session of the House of Commons. It's not often a lowly voter receives such an invitation from his Member of Parliament.
You are here, my dear fellow, as a revered architect and designer. So, do you like it? Do you think it a worthy building?
Like everyone else, I wanted the Commons to be as it was before the fire. Nevertheless, it is a fine achievement.
But not to your taste, eh? Perhaps the great exhibition building will be more of a challenge to you.
That's already in hand, surely. I thought that the Prince had consulted Cubit.
But you've no idea the pandemonium and fuss. Hyde Park has been decided on as the venue.
Sacred ground.
And no one shall touch a blade of grass, it would seem, or pull down a single tree. It's impossible. The committee is tearing its hair out.
And when it's all over, the whole building has to be pulled down.
It's a white elephant, Paxton, a waste of taxpayers' money.
Is there someone I could speak to? I might just... Let's say I could have the answer to the problem.
Mr. Paxton delivered a set of drawings to the committee. The exhibition building, over 1/3 of a mile in length, was to be constructed principally in glass. Any trees within the structure would be enclosed, not cut down. Imagine the derision. They would have the whole thing torn up had I not recalled Chatsworth House and that wonderful conservatory. Together, Mr. Paxton and I tried to convince the committee of the viability of the plans. They would not be moved. However, Mr. Paxton offered his drawings to the Illustrated London News, and there was instant admiration. Punch ridiculed the design and called it the Crystal Palace. The name seems to have stuck. Building work is at last in progress, but it is not without controversy.
The Queen's uncle, the King of Hanover, warned Frederick William IV that it would be unsafe to attend this rubbishy exhibition because the excommunicated of all lands would be in London. Ministers will not allow the Queen and the originator of this folly, Prince Albert, to be in London while the exhibition is on. It will collapse in a gale, and it is regarded as the second Tower of Babel.
Will the Crystal Palace be made of real crystal?
No, little pussy. Glass. But it will sparkle nonetheless.
And break. Boys will throw stones, and it will all come crashing down.
Oh, nonsense, Bertie. My soldiers and the police force will be on permanent guard. Woe betide any foolish boy who breaks a single pane. This is Papa's greatest achievement.
And you will let us see it when it's open, won't you? You did promise.
You and Bertie will be there at our sides when Mama opens the exhibition.
I want to do and see whatever I choose.
You will do what you are told.
But can we see everything? You won't rush us away.
That will depend on your behaviour.
Yes, Mama.
From this moment. Now go to the nursery. Papa needs to rest. They get so overexcited.
Vicky will keep Bertie in order. She's so sensible.
Rest a little, my dearest. You look exhausted.
With worry and anticipation.
All is well. It looks magnificent. And it will withstand even the strongest winds.
I am concerned more than anything for your safety, my dearest. There is a rising public concern after the attempt.
I shall not sit at home because two wretched creatures took it upon themselves to make an end of me. The Queen must be there, at her husband's side. Most proud to be at her beloved husband's side. The 30th of April, 1851. Everyone is occupied with the great day and afternoon. All day some question or other, or some difficulty, all of which my beloved one takes with the greatest quiet and good temper. The noise and bustle even greater than yesterday, as so many preparations are being made for the seating of the spectators, and there is certainly still much to be done. I do feel proud at the thought of what my beloved Albert's great mind has conceived.
My hand is quite stiff with so much waving.
These people have been waiting all night.
Some were here yesterday to get a good view. Oh, isn't it exciting? Oh, just look, Bertie. The sun has come out and the Crystal Palace is glistening.
We are arriving in Queen's weather. Did you know that, children? No, whenever Mama arrives, absolutely anywhere, the rain always stops and the sun shines.
The Queen's weather. Oh, I do like that, Mama. And I wouldn't want my new lace dress to get wet.
You both look quite splendid. Full Highland dress suits you very well, Bertie. In fact, you are both entirely grown up. And I know that you will behave impeccably, Bertie.
Yes, Mama.
Make sure you each have a catalogue. You will need to refer to it.
The earth is the Lord's and all that therein is.
That is the exhibition motto.
And very fitting. The 1st of May, 1851. This day is one of the greatest and most glorious days of our lives, with which, to my pride and joy, the name of my dearly beloved Albert is forever associated. I never saw Hyde Park look as it did, being filled with crowds as far as the eye could reach. Outside, all the princes were standing. In a few seconds we proceeded, Albert leading me, having Vicky at his hand, and Bertie holding mine. The sight as we came to the centre, where the steps and chair on which I did not sit was placed, facing the beautiful crystal fountain, was magic and impressive. The tremendous cheering, the joy expressed in every face, the vastness of the building, with all its decorations and exhibits, the sound of the organ, with 200 instruments and 600 voices which seemed nothing, and my beloved husband, the creator of this great peace festival, uniting the industry and art of all nations of the earth. All this was indeed moving, and a day to live forever. God bless my dearest Albert, and my dear country which has shown itself great today. What a magical day! Aren't you both proud of your dearest papa?
So proud.
293,655 panes of glass.
Heavens, Bertie, if only you would remember your lessons half as well.
Oh, it all went so smoothly. No disorder, no fuss of any sort. It's such a relief. Yes, I think I might sleep well tonight.
I shan't sleep. It's all been so exciting. And the crowds will keep us awake, won't they?
They show no signs of going home. It reminds me so much of the coronation.
Oh, except for the little Chinaman.
He was very colourful.
He'd put on his best ceremonial robes, and it was thought he must be an emissary from the Celestial Kingdom.
Which was why he was placed between the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Duke of Wellington, I suppose.
It transpired that he is actually the proprietor of a junk moored on the Thames.
We were all in fancy dress. I'm not really a Highlander, am I, Papa?
You are entitled to wear whatever I wish. Now, Bertie, it is long past your bedtime. Papa and I have to dress for the grand ball.
Oh, how I wish I could see your gown, Mama.
No. You may kiss us good night. Today has been altogether too much for you both.
Good night, my little pussy. Your papa is very proud of his son and daughter.
Good night, dearest Mama.
Dearest Papa.
I am so glad that you are pleased, my beloved wife.
Pleased? I am so delighted and curious that I intend to visit the Crystal Palace several times a week until it closes.
The great exhibition has taken its toll, I fear. I have suffered many bouts of stomach pains and cramps, which must in part be due to the unrelenting strain placed upon me. As I look in the mirror, I see a balding, rather paunchy, old man. And I am not yet 33 years old. So be it. There is much to do. The Crystal Palace has been sold for £70,000 and moved to a place called Sydenham in Kent. Together with the £200,000 surplus from the exhibition, there is a substantial amount for the creation of a collection of museums of science and nature and art galleries on a site in South Kensington. That would be my greatest dream, to provide an environment that would enlighten and entertain the people of this great nation. But I am unwell. Thank heavens for Balmoral, which we have acquired as our Highland retreat. I have redesigned the castle and building starts quite soon. The clear air and perfect peace will help restore my wretched bad health.
It is tradition that we have to set claim to the site of our new home. Each of us must choose a stone and build a cairn.
I want to reach the top of Craig Cairn before anyone else.
The stags must wonder at such a colourful party invading their peace.
Oh, Albert, I am so happy to be here. The purchase of Balmoral has lifted my spirits to such heights. I would choose to stay here forever.
Some of the ladies in waiting find it too bracing. Altogether too cold.
Oh, what nonsense. Cold, fresh air cures all ills. I look at the roses in your cheeks. You are so much better.
Do Scottish people always have this ceremony, Papa?
I believe so. We should be drinking whiskey to celebrate, according to the custom. And we should dance, too.
No, not before you place the very last stone, my beloved.
Oh, it's not so easy. There! It is done.
3 cheers for the cairn! Hip hip!
Hurrah!
Hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah!
Was there ever such happiness?
Well, Lord Derby's shaky ministry of precisely 305 days crumbled, and the Earl of Aberdeen has taken over. No one quite knew whether the Tories were Whigs or vice versa, with Palmerston and others crossing the floor of the House. However, the Whigs are now called Liberals, so that clarifies everything, doesn't it? The Queen has other matters on her mind.
On April the 7th, 1853, our fourth son and eighth child was born with the assistance of blessed chloroform. The effect is soothing, quieting, and delightful beyond measure. He is to be named after Uncle Leopold. At first we thought the baby a jolly little fat fellow, but we have just learnt that he suffers from the incurable disease, haemophilia. He is therefore extremely fragile, and not likely to survive many years. This has added to my disquiet. I find that too many pregnancies too soon has made life wretched for years. I cannot but resent the fact that it is women who have to bear the burden of childbearing. It would appear that the child is hungry.
It is more than that. Why do you insist on the Scottish wet nurse?
Because she is a good, healthy woman.
But it is clear that her milk disagrees with the baby.
Milk is milk. He will soon adjust to her. This constant carping is making me ill, dearest Albert.
That is not my intention, my beloved. I am merely expressing my concern for the child.
If you had to suffer as I do, you would not be so accusing.
I am not...
I find this room oppressive. Leopold is in good hands. I need fresh air. I need to be in Balmoral. Somewhere as far away as possible from so many demanding children.
Who you see once in 3 months, perhaps.
The problems in our domestic life have been overtaken by the threat of war in Turkey. If the overland route to India is impeded, and our supremacy of the seas compromised, the empire will be threatened, and war will be inevitable. Please do sit, my dear Lord Aberdeen. There is much to discuss.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
We feel that we are in safe hands after the defeat of Lord Derby's government.
You should be congratulated on your most strong cabinet.
I am pleased that you approve, Your Royal Highness.
Our main concern must be the Russian-Turkish conflict, and how far we involve ourselves.
I know that Your Majesty advocates caution.
I have read Lord Stratford's last private letters. They exhibit clearly on his part a desire for war. It seems that his own feelings will frustrate all our efforts for peace.
Indeed, ma'am.
As much as we would wish to keep out of the war, it seems inevitable that we will become a part of it.
Last Monday night, all in a fright, Al out of bed did tumble. The German lad was raving mad. How he did groan and grumble. He cried to Vic, "I've cut my stick, to St. Petersburg go right slap." When Vic, 'tis said, jumped out of bed, and whopped him with her nightcap. "You jolly Turk, now go to work, and show the bear your power. It is rumoured over Britain's isle that A is in the Tower." The 13th of January, 1854. For the last 3 weeks, there have been vile attacks in the newspapers against my dear husband, who is accused of intriguing in the interests of Russia. They're quite mad. And although such nonsense gains no credit among sensible people who respect and love Albert, yet they have provided an occasion for many dreadful remarks. The 21st of February, 1854. Dear Uncle Leopold, war is, I fear, inevitable. You will have seen that the Emperor Nicholas has not given a favourable answer to our brother Napoleon, and the last proposals or attempts made by Buol, the Austrian premier, it is hoped will not be accepted by Russia, for France and England could not accept them. But if Austria and Prussia go with us, as we hope they will, the war will only be a local one. Our beautiful guards sail tomorrow. Albert inspected them yesterday.
I think you should come in now, my dearest.
All those crowds, and it is not yet 7 o'clock.
Everyone is as anxious as you to wish the Fusiliers bon voyage.
The last battalion. Pray God they come back safe. To think that this war has been brought about by one man and his servants. That we should have to sacrifice a single soldier for the satisfaction of...
It is all too late. The Tsar is determined. You will fight to the bitter end. You must be strong as you always are, my beloved wife. The country is there, with you.
The 13th of October, 1854. Dear Uncle Leopold, we are, indeed the whole country is, entirely engrossed with one idea, one anxious thought. The Crimea. We have received all the most interesting and gratifying details of the splendid and decisive victory of the Alma on the 20th of September. Alas, it was a bloody one. Our loss was a heavy one. Many have fallen, and many are wounded. But my noble troops behaved with a courage and desperation which was beautiful to behold. The Russians expected their position would hold out 3 weeks. Their loss was immense. Since that, the army has performed a wonderful march to Balaclava, and the bombardment of Sebastopol has begun. As I wrote to Princess Augusta, I regret exceedingly not to be a man and to be able to fight in this war.
Your duty as queen, my little wife, is to be the rock against which the country leans.
My heart bleeds for the many fallen, but I consider that there is no finer death for a man than on the battlefield.
I could not bear to see one of our sons.
It is terrible to think of all the wretched wives and mothers who are awaiting the fate of those nearest and dearest. Albert, my beloved, just think of all those families.
If there is any consolation, it is the victory at Inkerman.
And the pride we should feel to have such troops. The Queen returns the drawings for the Victoria Cross. She has marked the one she approves with an X. She thinks, however, that it might be a trifle smaller. The motto would be better for valour than for the brave, as this would lead to the inference that only those who are deemed brave have got the Victoria Cross.
Blessed are the merciful. That is wonderfully appropriate for such a selfless nurse.
The Cross of St. George. And look, the word Crimea.
I think Miss Nightingale will cherish such a brooch.
Let me read what I have said about it. The form and emblems of which commemorate your great and blessed work, and which I hope you will wear as a mark of the high approbation of your sovereign. It will be a very great satisfaction to me, when you return at last to these shores, to make the acquaintance of one who has set so bright an example to our sex. It is so wonderful to escape from the weight of the last years. It is as if I have taken a deep breath and find myself in the most perfect paradise.
My beloved, it is so wonderfully good to have you restored to such peace of mind.
Balmoral has that effect. Oh, Albert, you have been so patient, so understanding of my irrational behavior, my worries over the Crimea, and this 9th pregnancy which has ever burdens me.
Our love is enduring. It withstands every challenge, my dear little wife.
The old house has quite gone. How strange.
And the new tower rises as a proud symbol of our love.
It is very fine. It is so exciting that this house, like Osborne, is your creation. You have built it for us, our dear family.
And our friends. What I like best is that we can be ourselves with our friends.
Or alone. When you hunt, I am content to wander, to gaze at these magnificent mountains, and...
And what, my love?
And remember a time when I was never alone, night or day. You have given me the most precious gift. Freedom. At 2 o'clock in the morning, on the 14th of April, 1857, I gave birth. I had wished for a girl, and Beatrice is an unusually pretty baby, the flower of the flock. I have felt stronger and better this time than I have ever done before. It seems so strange that I should have another child, just a few months before my beloved Vicky is joined in marriage to Prince Frederick William Fritz of Prussia. Dearest Albert, I'm so glad you are now at my side. Before the service, I thought I should faint from nervousness.
Our daughter looks supremely happy. When she walked down the staircase to meet me, I could not believe how beautiful she has become.
How will we bear to be parted from her?
She will always be with us. Vicky loves us too much to abandon us.
It is difficult to keep my composure.
Oh, but you will. I cannot recall any time when you were anything less than regal.
It is so good to be here in Balmoral. Albert has continued to hunt and has killed a fair number of stags. I have enjoyed walking and sketching, two of my favourite pastimes. We took off on a short tour with Lord and Lady Churchill. There were 2 coaches. John Brown was on the box as usual. He is Albert's most trusted gillie. Albert and I decided to call ourselves Lord and Lady Churchill and Party. It was great fun. Brown forgot this and called me Your Majesty as I was getting into the carriage. And Grant on the box once called Albert Your Royal Highness, which set us off laughing. But no one observed it. You look pensive.
I was savouring our travels incognito.
Uncle Leopold was much amused by my account. It was the most beautiful week.
We will return as soon as we can. It does you so much good.
John Brown takes the most wonderful care of me. It is quite a sorrow for me to leave him behind. But I am increasingly concerned about dear Albert's health. He is rheumatic, of course, but is so often struck down by stomach pains. The dearest man works unceasingly at my side, but he is exhausted and depressed, and I have to say that I am greatly worried by this. And now that we are home, there is the worst possible news. Mama, who had given us grave cause for concern, has died. I am beside myself with grief.
The grieving queen needs the support of her family. And whilst Helena is a willing help to her parents, Bertie, the Prince of Wales, would sooner be anywhere else than at home.
This really is excessive. I cannot tolerate so much show of grief.
But Bertie, Mama really does feel a huge loss.
So do we all. But it will mean months of doom and gloom.
You won't be here, will you? You'll get away just as soon as you can.
I certainly will, my dear Helena.
Oh, I wish I was free to... No. I am sorry for Mama, and she will need our love and support.
This has been the worst time of my life. Relieved only by the knowledge that dearest Mama loved me. I have found little books with the accounts of my babyhood, and they show such unbounded tenderness. I feel we must rest. Albert is increasingly tired, overwhelmed by his task as sole executor to Mama's estate. A spring holiday at our beloved Osborne will restore our health and perhaps our spirits. I haven't the heart to play. Nor should I. It is not appropriate.
It is nearly 3 months, my dearest.
And we will mourn for 3 more at the very least.
I am concerned about the children.
They must observe this time of grief.
And yet, I must take up my public duties. My dearest, I am not well. The Chelsea Flower Show is not an occasion that I would wish to...
It is for this year only, my dear. You must understand.
Oh, I do.
Protocol does not allow... Oh, I can see you are pale. Quite wasted away. We must make sure that you rest. After tomorrow, there will be a respite.
Thank God.
I will leave you in peace, my beloved. I cannot have my husband in such distress.
Am ill, feverish, with pains in my limbs, and feel very miserable.
And whilst the Queen continues to mourn, poor sick Albert fulfills his public duties. And it is to him that concerned friends report the antics of the Prince of Wales.
My dear Bertie, you have become the talk and ridicule of the idle and profligate. I gather this actress, Nellie Clifton, frequents the lowest dance halls in London and already goes by the nickname the Princess of Wales. She will probably have a child of which you would be the reputed father. If you were to try to deny it, she can drag you into a court of law to force you to own it. And there, with you in the witness box, she will be able to give before a greedy multitude disgusting details of your profligacy for the sake of convincing the jury, yourself cross-examined by a railing, indecent attorney and hooted and yelled at by a lawless mob. Oh, horrible prospect, which this person has in her power any day to realize and break your poor parents' hearts. I have not yet sent the letter to Bertie, but I shall give it to him presently so that he may study it at length.
You must tell me what he has done.
I cannot. It would destroy any love you have for the scoundrel.
Dearest Albert, you must not distress yourself so. I won't ask any more. I can see the pain it is causing. We have tolerated Bertie's antics for long enough. No doubt this latest scandal involves yet another woman. Or is it fraud or some such...
It is not fraud.
We cannot waste another minute. He must marry Alexandra as soon as possible.
I will go and see him. There you are, ignoble creature.
Oh, good shot!
Come here, sir! At once!
Papa! What are you doing here? And it's such inclement weather.
I have come to see you, Bertie.
Let us at least shelter from this torrent. We're all soaked to the skin. You don't mean to join us, do you, Papa?
I have more pressing business. An anger that will not let me sleep. That makes me feel so wretched.
And am I the cause of this?
You know full well that you are. Take this letter. It describes my disgust at your behavior. I have managed, thus far, to keep the truth from your mother.
I think I know what this is about.
Well, there is some sort of conscience lurking there, then. And so there should be. This Nellie Clifton, this so-called actress. How many others, I wonder?
None, sir, I promise.
We've heard your promises before. Empty. Every one of them.
Oh, Papa, I did not mean to cause you such distress. I allowed myself to be led astray.
Allowed? When you have been brought up to obey the strictest moral code. Bertie! You are making me ill! You're destroying me!
7th of December, 1861. I went to my room and cried dreadfully, and felt as if my heart must break. Oh, such agony as exceeded all my grief this year. Oh, God, help and protect him. I seem to live in a dreadful dream. My angel lay on the bed in the bedroom, and I sat by him, watching him, and the tears fell fast. Saw Sir James and Dr. Jenner, talked over what could have caused this. Great worry and far too hard work for long. That must be stopped. The 9th of December, 1861. He wanders frequently, and they say it is of no consequence, though very distressing, for it is unlike my own angel. He was so kind, calling me gutes Weibchen, excellent little wife, and liking me holding his dear hand. Oh, it is an anxious, anxious time, but God will help us through it. The 13th of December, 1861. Found him very quiet and comfortably warm, and so dear and kind. He kissed me so affectionately and so completely like himself, and I held his dear hands between mine. They gave him brandy every half hour.
Oh, Mama, perhaps I should not be here. My presence upsets Papa.
We must all stay. My darling, we're all here.
Oh, gutes Frauchen.
Let me kiss him too. Alice, now you.
We must not tire him.
He is already asleep.
The 14th of December, 1861. I left the room for a moment and sat down on the floor in utter despair. Attempts at consolation from others only made me worse. Alice told me to come in, and I took his dear left hand, which was already cold, though the breathing was quite gentle, and I knelt down by him. Alice was on the other side. Bertie, Helena, kneeling at the foot of the bed. 2, 3 long but perfectly gentle breaths were drawn, the hand clasping mine, and all was over. I stood up, kissed his dear heavenly forehead, and called out in a bitter and agonizing cry, "Oh, my dear darling."
The Queen mourned. Oh, how she mourned. Shut herself away and mourned. From December 1861 to December 1862, and well into the spring of the following year.
The 24th of April, 1863. My dear Mr. Disraeli, the Queen cannot resist from expressing personally to Mr. Disraeli her deep gratification at the tribute he paid to her adored, beloved, and great husband in relation to the proposed Albert Memorial. The perusal of it made her shed many tears, but it was very soothing to her broken heart to see such true appreciation of that spotless and unequalled character. The 24th of February, 1865. My dear Uncle Leopold, we had snow and frost, and now complete thaw. And today, pouring rain, which has made sad old Windsor look gloomier than ever. But it is full of precious recollections, dear beyond measure. I continue to ride daily on my pony, and have now appointed that excellent Highland servant, John Brown, to attend me always and everywhere out of doors, whether riding or driving or on foot. And it is a real comfort, for he is so devoted to me, so simple, intelligent, so unlike an ordinary servant, and so cheerful and attentive. Oh, life goes on. Young people are happy, and I at 45.5 look at life as ended. Last Friday was our dear wedding day. We will always be as happy as this, I am quite dizzy with love. I endeavour to fill my duties, but oh, how arduous they are, and lonely without my beloved by my side. But I am touched by the joy and emotion with which the people greet their poor, widowed queen. I long for quiet and peace, and to be enabled to dwell on the blessed future. I kneel by that bed where he left us, decked with flowers, and pray earnestly to be enabled to be courageous, patient, and calm, and to be guided by my darling to do what he would wish. And then a calm seems to come over me, a certainty my anguish is seen and heard, and not in vain. And I feel lifted above this miserable earth of sorrows. Oh, and now? I must and do look ever back with gratitude unbounded on that blessed time.